What's up, YouTube? It's your boy RushMoreRick. We're back with another reaction video. Today we are reacting to a man walks in on killer sawing his roommate's neck. Hope they don't show that shit, but let's step in.
He's down here. It's bad.
Oh Jesus. Okay, let's take a peek.
He just took off running down the streets. He had a knife that way and everything.
He's got puncture wounds all over the place too.
And so I was like, oh, here's a young retard Hitler. If someone is trying to start a new worldwide cult, I will eliminate that person.
On March 10, 2020, officers with the Idaho Falls Police Department are called to a home after one of the residents witnesses a bone-chilling crime. As investigators plunge into a case brimming with appalling discoveries and a suspect on the run, they encounter a twisted tale of cultish accusations and mental disorders. However, nothing prepares them for the twisted motive they will uncover at the end of this heinous crime. On a chilly evening, 31-year-old Aaron makes an urgent 911 call when he encounters a horrifying scene. The following videos have never been seen or heard before.
911, where's your emergency?
This guy named Douglas, he just killed Hans.
Douglas Taylor.
His last name Hans.
Aaron lives with 5 other individuals in a home dubbed the Graduate House, run by a local nonprofit that offers alternative housing options for those in need.
And he just took off running down the street.
Is he breathing?
See, look, y'all. Problem number one is living with 5 fucking people. Especially, it's no way you could feel safe personally living with fucking 4 other individuals. Like, that don't even make sense. Don't put yourself in a situation. Be smart. Get your own shit, or get you like one roommate. You know what I'm saying? One roommate, and then really study that person, because you never know who you live with. Fucking 4 people. It's crazy.
No, he's not. Hey, Hans is not breathing.
Even though Aaron is panic-stricken, he somehow manages to gather his composure and relay vital details to the operator.
He ran down towards Common Sense, towards that direction.
Who's the male that stabbed him?
Douglas Taylor.
And you said he does have a knife?
Yes, he does have a knife. He just killed him.
Is he on the ground?
He's on the ground. Hans is on the ground. He just cut his neck with a knife, man.
Is he lit? Okay, let's start CPR. You're gonna
I
put your
can't.
walker.
I don't know. He's dead. He's dead. He's blue. He's completely blue. His neck is cut. What's knife? Over here. Over here.
As officers arrive and move quickly to secure the scene, they find Aaron outside while the victim is bleeding out inside on the kitchen floor.
Shit, I wouldn't want to be in there either.
It's bad.
How do they be getting this footage? Like, we've been reacting to this shit for a while, obviously, but I gotta see how do they get this footage? Because there's no way that they do they got like a public website for this shit, and then that's where you get the footage from? I think all body cam footage is like public. Like, I think so. That was stupid of me. Let's move on.
9-0.
Let's forget I even asked that.
1-7 Clinton House. Good. Ready?
They moving real tech. I like how they using that teamwork.
Inside the house, officers Kelly and Picard find the lifeless body of 51-year-old Herman Hans Warlin lying in a pool of blood.
So 51-year-old living with them too?
Blood.
We got a back door.
Rest in peace, though. Rest in peace to bro.
Running down the street. Okay, just hang out here. It's common sense. He had a knife
that way
and everything.
So who's the guy? Do you know the guy?
Yeah, Ben.
Talk to me. Here, just talk to me, man.
Douglas Taylor just killed Hans. The dude, he cut his throat with a knife.
I need you to stick with me, man. If we're gonna find this guy. Who is he?
His name's Douglas Taylor. He has brown hair. It goes over his eyes, and he's wearing a brown jacket and a brown pants with brown boots. He ran off towards Common Sense with a knife.
Okay.
This nigga just wearing all brown apparently.
I woke up. I was asleep. I heard him fighting. He goes, "No, stop, please, please." And that's all I heard. And I came upstairs, and he was laying on the floor with blood all over him.
Okay. Connor.
Where's he at, Karen?
He's right here, but hey, wait, come this way.
Come this way, Connor. This way.
This way.
Hey, do you want me at the back or the front here?
Just hold on.
Hey, go grab the airway bag.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, let's take a peek.
Okay. Just try not to touch it.
All other fire units incoming can slow down.
Even though all hope appears to be lost for the victim, Hans, paramedics continue to check on him.
Watch where you stop, please. Okay. You step right back out then.
Yep.
So, he's right there. Let's just clear this real quick.
They ain't cleared that this whole time?
I'll pie this room on the left. If you want to hold it forward, Karen. Looks like it's a bathroom. There's a shower curtain. I'm gonna go in. Okay, shower's behind the door, so I can't see. Clear.
Back upstairs, paramedics huddle over the victim to document the injuries.
How the fuck do 5 people stay there?
Here, witness. We're trying to get a 4 lead here.
That shit looks so little.
Harkins wants a 4 lead ran, so. What's that? Harkins just wants a 4 lead ran. Okay. So just so. He's got puncture wounds all over the place, too.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, please.
What's up?
It's working.
Oh,
It's working.
Doing the whole deal?
Oh, this nigga got a chance.
No, I'll go grab mine. Yep.
In an unexpected twist, Hans Warlin, the victim everyone thought was dead, has a pulse. As
Yeah,
officers
whole time.
hurry to photograph the crime scene, paramedics act swiftly in a desperate effort to save the victim's life.
You're gonna have to start taking pictures quick, dude. Dispatch, maybe one.
What's
Call
the
everybody
picture
advised we have
for?
a full trauma activation. We have an estimated 35-year-old male.
Is it
cardiac
just for,
arrest.
like-
He is in PEA.
Is the picture just for like proof that they like attempted to save his life, knowing that he had a pulse? Is that what that's for? Like, why is a picture so important in this moment?
Chet, I think we just move him and just get him out of here. I think it's our best bet.
I'm gonna keep talking to this guy real quick. It's good.
You want to
Towels on the.
logistically organize them? It's coming out of the back of his head.
Dude, it's freaking.
God damn it. Dude, I don't know. Holy keep going, keep cranking, keep cranking.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm gonna skish my Jeff.
In order to save precious seconds, paramedics improvise their plans to get Hans into the ambulance as quickly as possible.
Well, Jeff, we don't have to worry about the Tom Hater subs.
Yeah, no, we're doing good. Let's just get him over the top wraps.
Okay, we're all set. Chet, I see this freaking back to the side of his neck.
It's pumping blood out, bud. Pumping it.
All right, let's just roll. God, I clocked too. There you go.
Pull that arm. That arm.
Let's get it squared on a little bit.
What changed? He's got rhythm or what?
Yeah, he's in PEA, dude.
Okay.
Boys, you ready?
Okay. Just gonna drag.
Yep.
I will say one thing that I really admire about cops, paramedics, firefighters, they do have this strong brotherhood that you can like really see when they, unfortunately, in times like this, you got to see it. But they have this strong brotherhood and unity, and they move in unison. In most cases, I will say, obviously, not all departments move like that. You know what I'm saying? Some be on weird ass timing, but from what I'm seeing, like they actually, once they discover that this nigga has a pulse and a chance to be saved, they doing everything in their power to, you know, save this man's life. You know what I'm saying? We gonna react to a lot of different types of cop videos, but I do want to give, you know what I'm saying, flowers. That's one thing that us as a society, we should be doing. Give niggas their flowers no matter what, because you never know when it may be too late to give niggas their flowers.
His legs, they're rough south. Get him up. All right. Watch his hands.
You gotta give niggas they bouquet, brother. You got to.
He said the knife's in here, in the house somewhere.
Officer Lindquist brings up a fundamental detail about the missing murder weapon, but that's not the only thing they're lacking. They still have a suspect
about to
at
say,
large,
where the fuck is the
potentially
nigga
causing
at?
even more death and destruction. Officers immediately turn their attention to Aaron, the 911 caller who's been standing outside talking on his cell phone this entire time.
I want somebody monitoring him on audio right now.
Okay, I think McCart's recording,
But he left him, so this guy's making phone calls and talking and sharing information we need to get recorded.
Okay.
Tape it. Hey, you got that? Tape it. Everything. Yeah.
Before Aaron has a chance to talk to anyone else, Detective Albright records his statement. But the more Aaron reveals, the more uneasy the detectives become. The detective begins his questioning by asking about his roommate, Douglas Taylor, the man Aaron identified as the perpetrator on the call earlier.
So, Doug, what time did he leave this morning?
Like 4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, do you know where he was going?
No, I don't know where he went.
Does he work or anything?
No,
like
he doesn't
that?
work either. He just got released out of a hospital, too.
Oh, really?
From what I understand.
How long has Doug been living here?
Only a month.
Only a month.
Yeah.
Detectives will later uncover the deranged...
See what I mean? I get that everybody is not fortunate to have their own like personal living situations, but it's like, damn, bro, nigga just got released out of a mental hospital. Did they say? I don't want to throw mental hospital on it, but did you say he got released out of hospital? I'm going to assume personally that it was a mental hospital. Nigga is batshit crazy, slicing niggas' necks in the kitchen. And then he talking about young Hitlers and cults. That nigga is crazy. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Even if for the time being, if it's temporary, that this is your living situation, you need to be grinding your ass off to get your own shit, because you never know who niggas gonna try to pair you up with in low income living situations. You need to be able to have your own shit and live in the comfort of your own place while being safe, and not have to worry about getting your neck sliced by a nigga who just got released from a medical institution. Right? Is that wrong? Or like, come on.
Reason that caused Douglas to mercilessly assault a roommate, but for now they continue speaking with Aaron.
So, Doug got released a month ago or so.
Yeah.
And then he shows up here. How was he when he first arrived?
Kind of peculiar. Just doesn't want to talk to people. Doesn't want to interact.
The manager of the group home arrives on the scene and provides officers with more valuable details about their missing suspect.
So is this like a group home or what is it?
Yes, we own three of them. We got Andre's house, we got the lady's house, and this is our graduate house.
Okay.
Most of the guys here had come through. We actually allowed Douglas to come straight from Blackfoot South to come in here. He was supposed to be all right. He was attending counseling at RHS, and I was by here 3 times yesterday, and I didn't see nothing different in the kid. I talked to him, and all of a sudden, and Hunt's never did anything to anybody.
Right.
I mean, that kid was just, that's as docile as he wanted to be.
Kid, that nigga like
Blackfoot
an
South
old
is a
ass
state
man.
hospital specializing in
Said he
mental
was
health
51.
located approximately 30 miles south
Ain't
of
no
Idaho
damn
Falls.
kid.
While the reasons for Douglas's treatment remain unknown, it gave an insight into his possible mental health concerns.
Had he been normal kind of before that, for like the first 2 weeks he was here?
No, not really. It's kind of like strange, off to himself, talks to himself.
So he's been talking to himself ever since he got here?
Yeah, ever since he got here. But he started laughing to himself recently.
Oh, just in the last 3 days? Like
Yeah,
you
just
said.
in the last 3 days, yeah.
Do you know what have you overheard what he says when he
No,
talks
I
to
don't
himself?
listen to him. I don't listen to that.
What about when he's laughing? Does
listen
he
to that.
say anything specifically?
No, he just mutters stuff that you can't hear.
What Aaron recounts next will leave no doubt as to the manic brutality of the events.
That's when I heard them scuffling or fighting upstairs, and I ran upstairs. And when I ran upstairs, that's when I seen Douglas Taylor with a knife sawing on Hans's neck.
The distance between the top of the basement stairs to the site of the stabbing is less than 20 feet. The fact that Aaron witnessed the ruthless attack from such close proximity suggests that he was lucky to escape with his life.
Oh, he looked at you?
Yeah, he looked at me.
Did he say anything?
No, he didn't say anything.
Was he still holding the knife?
Yes.
Or did he make any motions towards you or
No, he
anything?
didn't make any motions or any threatening behavior. I would have fought it back, man. If I would known.
So Hans was on all fours, on his knees, and with his hands on the
and
ground.
He said, "No, stop, please." I heard him say, "No, stop, please."
The crime scene photographs the officers raced to document earlier offer frightening proof of Aaron's detailed account.
Remember what kind of a knife it was?
It looked like a kitchen knife.
Like a kitchen knife?
I'm not sure, but they found there's a red knife laying on the floor in there in the living room. That might be the knife. I'm not sure. But it looked like a kitchen knife that it had with a brown handle on it.
Do you remember if it had a serrated edge? Or
yes, it had a serrated sawed edge.
Oh, that makes sense because you used that phrase, he was sawing at his head.
Yes.
Around his neck. Wow.
The description of the weapon should help officers locate it quickly if the suspect did in fact leave it at the scene. But Aaron is about to share a curious detail regarding the relationship between the victim Hans and his attacker Douglas.
Did it seem like previous to this, he had gotten along with Hans, or?
Yeah, they would sit in the kitchen for hours and then end sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So is it fair to say that Doug and Hans got along better than maybe Doug and other people?
No.
No?
No one really got along with him. No one really talked to him.
Nobody really, and that's why I was asking, because earlier he had said that he wasn't very sociable.
No, he wasn't very sociable. Hans is a friendly, nice guy.
Uh-huh.
But Douglas is not.
As Aaron's interview comes to an end, officers are still left wondering about the motive behind the assault and the location of the missing perpetrator.
I was about to say, is we not worried about where this nigga at?
Hans' life still hangs in the balance.
Oh, wait. Hey.
Radio.
I'm hoping we'll make it though.
Here. Jason, you see you down there?
But if he make it, at what cost? This nigga neck is like sliced off.
Provide Hans with
Apparently, right?
preliminary treatment. They're unprepared to witness the scope of the numerous wounds that will be revealed later.
All right, good lung sound. Good lung sound.
Nice.
There we go, boys. There we go, boys. Just hold on to that spot. Dude, I can't believe you had a rhythm. I cannot believe you had a rhythm.
It just happened. It's hard
for real. Is the bagging still going okay?
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And see, look, this is the sound of people that love their job. They love what they're doing. They love like making a rescue. Like ain't nothing. It's nothing like. Well, I don't know because I'm not an EMT paramedic, but I'm pretty sure it's nothing like pulling up to a crime scene where the victim is pronounced dead and then you're able to fucking save that nigga. Y'all counted this nigga out and my nigga is breathing. He got a pulse. He got rhythm in his heart. You know what I'm saying? I love seeing like good teamwork. Maybe it's the sports player in me that just loves seeing good teamwork in general, no matter what it is. But in this instance that we're watching right now, I love this shit.
Okay, everyone slow and methodical on the way in, okay? Cut that off. Yep.
You're shut down.
Everyone slow and easy on the way out.
With the suspect at large and a grievously injured victim, it seems that the dispatch staff has only added more pressure on the officers.
He coded, right?
They got a pulse back or something.
If he goes, collect all his clothing.
Okay. Were you listening to the radio? It came out as like suicide.
Dude, she wouldn't spit it out.
I know. So she
I was sitting there getting pissed off, like I was cursing.
Well, she dispatched 3, so already I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good, right?
Yeah.
And then it just, her dispatching, like, oh, it's terrible.
See, look, and that's proof right there that even the cops that like them niggas hate they dispatchers too. Like, damn. I ain't paused in the beginning of it when the dispatcher was talking to the original dude, but he was like, he telling you and you just like not listening. You're not understanding. I get that it may be a little late. We putting in some long hours, but fucking when you get a call like that, nigga, lock in. Niggas getting his neck sliced off in there and you talking like just repeating everything the dude saying like you can't like understand. Like, what's up?
Lift up. How bad are we?
It's bad. I think he looked gone when I entered the room.
Boys.
I don't know.
Watch out for seatbelts.
Okay, you guys want to get him turned over, or whatever doctor is taking him. Is it you, Rosenberg? Okay. Good to go. He's got his left to his left carotid. His trach has been cut. He's got multiple superficial stab wounds. If we worked him because he's PEA, we're going to need him.
Make sure that one on the left's going in quick on there.
I'll let you.
Do you have a Sharpie?
I can get one.
Yeah, why don't we do that so I can start marking stuff?
Amid the hectic scene in the trauma room, doctors need critical information, but Officer Lindquist is about to have another breakdown in communication with the dispatch operator.
When did this come in?
Dispatch, can I get the time of the call for the stabbing? They'll tell me in a sec. 2-2, can I get time of call for the hospital?
You mean the time that you were on scene there, or the time that we notified him of the call?
The time the call came out.
Are you on main?
Yes. Charlie, I don't know how hard it is for anybody to look at the time the call came out and tell me that.
We didn't go across that time.
2-2, any unit with a computer in front of them, can you please advise the time the call came out? The hospital needs that.
2-2, the call came in at 22:25, and I'm not sure what other time you're asking for.
This dispatcher is fucking terrible.
It was 22:25. Charlie hates me.
She does, but she also. This has been ID. What time are you looking for?
Nope.
It's been pretty stressful.
Miscommunications notwithstanding, doctors...
Charlene need to get her shit together or we gonna find somebody to replace her. Because she asked you a simple fucking question. What time did the call come in? What time did you get called that somebody was getting their fucking neck sliced open? Which is 22:25, but any other time I don't know what you're talking about. Nigga, that's what we're talking about.
Learned that the call came in 43 minutes prior to the time relayed by the dispatch operator. As the medical team does everything they can to save Han's life, at the house, officers gathered outside and discussed their impressions of the crime scene and the possible location of their suspect.
Did you go inside at all?
Me? Yeah.
Pretty bloody.
Yeah, he was bleeding out all over the kitchen floor.
So you did?
He looked dead to us. We didn't go any closer to him. We cleared the top floor, and then we backed out.
While officers might have secured the scene, it is clear that they need to quickly widen their search if they hope to have any possibility of catching the suspect.
2-7, we're clear this now. We're going to be, correction, I'm going to be canvassing the businesses east of the canal.
Adjacent to this canal sits a large shopping center where officers will make an unexpected discovery.
2-4. It looks like there's somebody sitting right next to the stores to your west. 2-7 Amherst suspect over here on the back of Albertsons.
Officers converge behind the Albertsons, approximately 3/4 of a mile from the crime scene, and find their suspect sitting against the east side of the building. When officers ask what his name is, he replies, Douglas Taylor.
Behind the Albertsons.
He's got blood on his hands. The weapon. The weapon. They said the weapon he left there. 9041. Your suspect is saying the knife is there in the house still. The suspect is saying that the knife is still in the house.
Even though Aaron originally reported that he saw Douglas fleeing from the crime scene holding a weapon, detectives identify a blood-soaked knife lying on the floor in the living room and get Douglas to the station without incident.
All right, step in there, go and take a seat.
Throughout his detainment, Douglas has appeared eerily calm and cooperative, but to get a full picture of the savage attack, detectives need to interview him. However, even seasoned detectives are not prepared to deal with a suspect as unsettling as this one.
All right, Doug. Sit right there. You want some water?
Yeah, actually I do want water.
There you go.
After reading him his Miranda rights, Detective Schwicht cuts straight to the chase.
Can you tell me what happened tonight from your side of things?
I'm the one who did it.
Okay. Can you tell me why? What happened tonight?
I'm not sure how to explain why I did it.
Within the first few minutes of the interview, Douglas confesses to the attack. However, the motive behind his actions will remain a mystery that investigators have yet to resolve.
I don't know how to explain it using regular terminology.
Okay. In your own words is fine. I'll ask questions if the things I don't understand. I was thinking that probably something happened tonight, or maybe it's an ongoing issue that got you really mad.
I wasn't angry.
Okay.
I have a system of metaphysics which would give you some insight into why.
Can you explain a little bit? Can you just explain to us what exactly happened?
I brutally stabbed to death that man in the kitchen.
It should be noted that Douglas doesn't know that Hans still clings to life and casually reveals a morbid series of events. Based on what happens later, everything he says will be called into question.
You said it should have resulted in death. If he survives and pulls through, is that going to be a problem for you, or?
There was no chance of survival.
Did you make absolutely certain that the way you stabbed him was definitely going to kill him? Where did you stab him on his body? Because I haven't seen this guy.
Oh, I slit his neck open. He should have bled out completely.
See, it's just something about, like, if I'm an interviewer and I'm talking to you and you're this calm, like you're admitting everything. Like you're making my job easy, but you're this calm. I'm recommending the death penalty, nigga, because you're too sane, you're too logically sane, but you're also insane to do something like this. But you're sane enough to remain calm in a situation that you shouldn't be calm in. You just murdered somebody in the brutalest probably way you could possibly murder somebody. You know what I'm saying? This nigga is too calm. Death penalty.
Stabbed more than once?
Yeah.
Were you really mad at him?
No.
See?
Sorry, I guess I asked you that before.
I mean, when you're doing it, you have to do it in a precise manner, of course. You know, and like if he's going to defend himself, or try to talk back, or try to prolong, then it becomes more incremental until you just finally make the final kill wound. But I think I stabbed him about 15 times until the final slit to the right side of his neck, piercing through all of those veins on the side. I witnessed him begin to bleed profusely. So
I'm getting weirded out, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We gonna finish this obviously because I'm no bitch. One thing about Rushmore Rick in our community that we growing, we're not bitches. You know what I'm saying? We watch from beginning to end, but I am getting weirded out. This nigga's too calm for me. This is like if Michael Myers could talk. If Michael Myers could talk and that nigga was getting interrogated, his interviews would probably go a little something like this.
Meanwhile, back at the Eastern Idaho Regional Medical Center, an inevitable tragedy strikes.
Did they just call it? It was loud saying that. I called Harkness and let him know road 30 let.
They called it?
Yeah.
Hans had succumbed to his grievous injuries, turning the case into a murder investigation.
Damn.
I thought, like, the back of his head was all disconnected on scene.
Is that one right there on his forearm?
We watched too much of the wire.
Niggas is cracking jokes. Niggas, see, and this is the part that grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? In serious situations, you could always count on the niggas who work in hospitals to try to crack a joke or to be laughing. Nigga, this is not a laughing matter. These EMTs just brought you a nigga with a pulse, and it was your job to keep this nigga stable and, you know, keep this nigga alive. No, and did y'all do that? No, nigga died. And guess what? We're key. No.
What?
A lot of stab wounds.
I know.
2 days later, during an autopsy, medical examiners will report that Hans died from 17 stab wounds inflicted upon the torso, left arm, neck, and other extremities.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
man.
detectives in the interrogation room are also getting closer to unearthing Douglas's motivations behind his appalling actions.
certain individuals who desire to begin new cults, I like to identify and professionally examine, to see if that is precisely what they're trying to do. If someone is trying to start a new worldwide cult, I will eliminate that person.
Do you think he was trying to start a new worldwide cult?
Yes.
Okay.
That is my standard.
Okay. You think being the leader of a cult, he would have done some really bad things?
There are enough religions on this planet.
Like too many. So we'd be better off with fewer of those.
Yes.
While it's highly doubtful that Hans was indeed starting a cult, Douglas goes on to explain the reasoning behind this horrifying belief and his subsequent decision.
Share his
They gonna give this nigga an insanity plea, bro.
And stuff like that with you. Did he tell you about that?
To a degree. You tell I'm an atheist and I don't tolerate proselytizing.
Was that what he was doing? Proselytizing to you about his beliefs?
Strangely, yes.
Proselytizing.
And trying to start a new cult. Not the right idea. Tries to reduce all of the world religions to some German mythology. Makes us think like people who understand some mysterious concept are the true rulers of all the different nationalities, religions, and peoples. And so I'm like, oh, here's a young retard Hitler.
As the interrogation comes to an end, the detective has one final question for Douglas.
After stabbing a guy like this, what do you think would be the right thing to do with you? What do you think the police, the law, the judges, all these people who sit and make decisions about all this, what do you think is the right and appropriate thing to do?
Death penalty.
Not sure. Jail, then prison?
Do you think that's the right thing for you?
Yeah.
But if the detectives thought that this would be the last they'd hear of the man, they were in for a shocker. On October 12, 2021, over a year and a half after the incident, Detective Schwicht received a handwritten letter from Douglas while he awaited trial. In the letter, Douglas claimed that he didn't kill Hans and alleged that his old roommate Aaron is the one who killed Hans. Douglas reports that he heard a sound, entered the house, and saw Hans on the floor in his blood. He then went back outside where he alleged that Aaron threatened him and gave him a jacket with some blood on it. After being supposedly traumatized by the events, Douglas claimed to have agreed to take the blame and made a false confession later. When Detective Schwicht interviewed Aaron, he found him to be completely innocent, with no involvement in the crime whatsoever. Not long after his arrest, Douglas Taylor entered into the Idaho Security Medical Program, but on October 13, 2020, after almost 4 months in the program, doctors declared him fit to stand trial. Then on December 15, 2021, Douglas Taylor pled guilty to murder in the first degree and was sentenced to 27 years to life on February 4th.
27 years to life? So brother, I don't even know what to say. In some cases, you got some judges who be throwing fucking life sentences. Like, they give a nigga back-to-back life. You get 2 counts of life sentences. Like, that shit makes sense. And then you get niggas like this who he's a fully functioning adult he's sane. You heard the way this nigga spoke. I would consider him not an intellectual, maybe, but the way he talks, he sounds proper. He sounds like he knows his shit. He sounds like he's fully capable of grasping the significance of what he just did. And then he tried to lie. And then you give him 27 to life, meaning if he's good enough in there, he could potentially come out in 27 years after killing a man for no reason. He killed a man for no reason. But he gets 27. I don't understand it. Our justice system is so different across every different state. But that is what it is. It's been your boy Rushmore Rick. Make sure you guys like, comment, and sub. Like, comment, and sub. Come on, guys. Let's run this shit up. You know what I'm saying? We about to do some great things this year. And I can't do it without y'all help. So let's tap in. We out of here. Peace.